a steak dinner, in my eyes, is always a bit of a treat. It can be quite expensive. It's definitely not the cheapest meal out, especially here in the UK, and especially in London. You can, spend an absolute fortune. We will go to Hawksmoor at some point, but yes, I am a stone's throw from Oxford Street, just around the corner from Selfridges on James Street, because we're going to go to Flatiron. Is Flatiron the best cheap steak in the UK? It is definitely the cheapest chain restaurant, and it's been around a long time. I haven't been here for quite some time. There's a lot of competition in the area. St Christopher's Place, or whatever it's called, is very cutesy, very demure, very Instagrammable, and let's see if Flatiron is still good. It hasn't really increased much in price over the years, so let's go and see what a steak is like in London on a budget. There's usually a queue, so let's just see how long I have to wait. Oh, and get tapped by the pigeon. Thanks so much. Thank you. I'm more than happy to sit at the bar. There's obviously outside seating, but it's about 12:30. It smells gorgeous in here, and already they have put some citrus tap water and some, I'm gonna guess, salty popcorn. Haven't had this in a while. I would say the gentleman on the door, absolutely lovely. He just told me the specials, so friendly, so happy. So good start, good start. Let's see. Be interesting to see what the comments are going to be like on this video, but I'm going to dive into the menu. It's a pretty simple menu. Sorry for the shadow. Cocktails are £9, quite the selection, and then a 0% one, 6 at the bottom. Wines, 175ml, £6 and above. Also, you need to pay service charge on top of that, but as you can see already, very, very reasonable for London anyway. That is literally steak. £15. It's funny, people keep commenting how there's not like a pound sign on a lot of the menus that I show. I haven't really noticed it. I think people became a bit uncool to have the Great British Pound sign. But yes, sides, £4, homemade beef dripping chips, crispy bone marrow garlic mash, blah blah blah, you can read. Yeah, £3.50 to £5.50 for a side, and then you do pay for sauces. I'd say even in Hawksmoor I think you pay for sauces, so £1.50 I think is not too bad really. You're probably wondering, what size is it? I don't know, we will find out. Doesn't have ounces or grams, but there's some specials. There is a burger if you don't want a steak, a bit of bavette, and Wagyu steak of the day is 23. It's on the board, I'll show you in a second, but yeah, there is no vegetarian option. Goes kind of without saying, you probably aren't going to come here, but the bigger steak places will usually have some kind of veggie option. Beers, £4. Entry price point, exit £6.80, very reasonable. And then soft drinks, I'm quite tempted by the lime and mint little house fizz for £3.50. So there we go, very simple menu, very simple. And I've forgotten my intro already, guys. Guys, welcome to another Tues-date. Tues-date, or chew, as in, I shouldn't do that on camera. And I'm going to take you, obviously, on this little date. We've been going to some cheap-ho places the last couple of weeks. KFC last week. I don't think I can eat chicken for a while. Spoiler if you haven't seen that video. And I thought, let's spend a little bit more money. We're going to go and do some of the bougie steakhouses, but I think we need to do the kind of popular mass steakhouses first. We've done Angus Steakhouse, and I thought it's time your girl came to Flatiron. There's obviously quite a few locations. There's always a massive queue outside the one in Covent Garden. But yeah, welcome to a Tues-date, guys. What would you like to order? Remember, every Fridays we go on a hotel stay at the moment. They're a bit spenny, those vlogs, but I think we'll go for the steak. Yes, we've got the specials. Wagyu skirt. Again, they don't have the weight on them, but £23. Wagyu sirloin, 27. Flatiron Reserve Malbec, £45 for the bottle, and I can see little popcorn machine. Get you nice and thirsty. Okay, cool. And what's the weight of it, or is it ounce?
200 grams.
200 grams. Okay, cool. I was just curious. 200. Yeah, 200 grams. Fabulous. Yeah, I'll go with that, please. That would be great.
How did I just
Medium rare would be great.
Amazing.
Fabulous. I feel like this might actually be like the happiest restaurant I have sat in ages. So friendly. So yeah. Oh, this looks gorgeous, and it's got like a little like kind of crackled glass. Lime and mint. And as I sit here, for those lot in the UK, which sorry, smack you around the head. The UK, oh my gosh, about half my viewers. What is with this weather? It's cold, then it's hot, then it's boiling. Oh, that's lovely. Now, obviously I've splashed out and got a drink, tap water. Didn't have to ask for it already with the gentleman as I sat down. So, £3.50. Oh, it's really nice. Not too fizzy. Reminds me a bit of a mocktail mojito. Well, better than that thing that we had at Nobu the other day. We're going to talk about that vlog. We're not going to talk about that vlog. I went to the cinema the other day. I was going to popcorn. It was like £8. Oh wow, it's well salty. I usually get salt and sweet if I get popcorn at the cinema. Has anyone seen the new F1 movie? I'm not sure if it looks amazing or terrible. I don't even think that was 10 minutes. I really don't think that was 10 minutes. Okay, I went for the bone marrow mash. All those crispy bits on the top look great. And yeah, aside, it's nice to go to a steak place where the sides aren't so big that you end up wasting. Some of you roll your eyes at that, but I do find proper steak places, or like posh steak places, you pay all this money for sides and you can't eat it all. And then I have gone, people are going to cry in the comments, medium, rare. I know people are going to be saying, Hannah, your steak is still mooing. This is how I like it. I'm not going to apologise for it, but yeah, medium rare, and that actually looks like it's cooked medium rare. And yeah, 200 grams, and then the little peppercorn, that was 150. I think it's a little steep, but you know what, they've got to make a bit of money. And it comes on this little tile in this little board. I think that's really quite fun. I literally can't believe how quick that was. That's utterly crazy. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I've been here, like at all. I was at work the other day, the people like on the team next to me, they went for like a team lunch at Flatiron, and I did think, I was like, oh my gosh, haven't been there in ages. And then someone was like, oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm sure they had a nice team lunch, but yeah. I'll try it without. They told me that the cut is from the shoulder, Screaming Child, extra 50p on the bill. Not melt in the mouth, a little bit on the chewy side, but I think the flavour is really quite yummy. Yeah, it's not going to melt in your mouth or anything like that. It still is only £15. Oh, that just made me think. The other day I had a comment from someone saying that they were in the US, about 20% of my viewers are US, and they were like, oh, do Brits not have jacket potatoes with steak? That's wild. I was thinking about it and I was like, well, not really. We have jacket potatoes, but they're a bit of a thing on their own, or you have them, I don't know, yeah, I can't think if I've ever had steak with jacket potato in the UK. Now in the US, like anytime, or it reminds me of like going on holiday in Florida, you go to like, yeah, you go to like a, I don't know, a Black Angus, is that what it's called? And you'd have a jacket potato and a steak. But either way, mash is definitely something that we have. And yeah, triple cooked, batter cooked, whatever, beer batter, that's what I meant, beer cooked chips, can't the words out. A little bit chewy, a little bit chewy. Let's give this mash a go. It looks very, very creamy indeed. Ooh. All right. Ooh, very, very nice, creamy, sloppy mash. Ooh. All the little crispy bits, I forgot. Crispy bone marrow on the top. Ooh, that's really lovely. Feels a bit weird scooping it with my knife. I always go for chips whenever I get steak, so I forced myself today to go with mash. Yeah, the steak is a little bit chewy. I'd love to come back and try, well I will anyway, probably not on camera, but try the Wagyu one. They seem to have a bit of a Wagyu skirt all the time as it's printed on the menu. Yeah, the crispy bits of the bone marrow are yum indeed. Bit of peppercorn. Ooh. Very, very nice and peppery. Very strong flavour. That's really lovely. I am loving this mash. I would definitely order this again. I'm trying to think about how much butter is in it. The steak is good. It's all right. It is pretty chewy, but you know, it's £15. I think the peppercorn, you get a good amount. Obviously, I haven't drunk it all yet, but either way, the atmosphere in here is really quite nice. It's got quite busy now in the last like 10 minutes. So yeah, this is a lovely drink. I really love the crushed ice. You don't really get crushed ice that often with soft drinks, I find. Now with cheaper meats, it's probably not the best idea to get it medium rare, more medium well. I'm sure people are screaming in the comments saying, oh my god, Hannah, your meat looks gross. So I just wanted to see what this would be like on a medium rare, which is what my preference will always be. But no, it was nice flavour, but yeah, just a smidge chewy. I've already said a number of times away. I think this is very reasonable. We haven't got the bill yet, but I think it's pretty reasonable for what you get. The bill has come, but they also give you this little charm, not to keep, but it's a token so you can get free ice cream from the ice cream machine whenever you want. You don't have to get it now, you can put it in your pocket, I guess come back another day. So we'll see what this is. I don't remember this last time because I haven't been here in ages. Tunisian vanilla and brown butter ice cream. Thank you very much. I'll pop it in here. Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
Would you like the chocolate sprinkle on top?
Of course, I must for research.
Yes.
I must.
There you go.
Thank you kindly. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye. I think that is the biggest smile I've had leaving a restaurant in a very, very long time. It's the little bits, obviously you're paying for it in the cost of everything. Oh god, I need to do the end review. Oh, doggy. There are so many cute doggies. I love this time of year. Oh my gosh, I haven't had ice cream in ages. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna eat this. I'll see you up the road, all right? And I'll do the review and let you know how much this cost. Okay. There's just going to be people walking in the background, enjoying their life. Oh my gosh, I really liked that. I really, really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I could put my sunglasses on, hope you don't mind. I always feel rude when I got my sunnies on, but they've been on my head the whole time. Right, the bill. The total cost of that meal that you saw was £27.66. As you can see, my lime and mint drink was £3.50. I definitely splashed out. I'm not usually someone who don't really care for soft drinks too much. I usually just drink out tap water or wine, you know, nothing in between. My steak, £15. There is a 10p donation, and it says at the bottom, 10p. Oh, there's an argy-bargy going on over there, ignore that. 10p per steak or special will go to their flat iron fund. There's a 12.5% service charge. Is optional. I think a lot of people are really kind of fighting in the comments that we shouldn't have to pay it. I don't mind. It's a very British thing now. I know in the US it's very different, but £3.06 service, well deserved. They do go up to 15%, I've noticed, and you may have seen this video. So yeah, I think, in my eyes, that is a very fair price. Now, I've said obviously through this video that the steak was lovely flavour, but a bit chewy. I did go medium rare. Still, I don't think that hasn't put me off at all. Actually, I think I'll go medium. Yeah, medium well. I can't do well done, guys. It feels wrong. I can't do a well done steak, not by choice anyway. And I would actually, looking at that, would quite like to go back and do the Wagyu beef, which was, what was it, £8 more, and then opt out of the lime and mint. So my bill would maybe be about, I don't know, working this out, about £35 instead. I think that's probably quite fair. Now, steak restaurants generally, in my eyes, are quite pretentious, and they can end up costing an absolute fortune. You know, the steak's like 50 quid, and then a side's £12. The sauce is £4.50. You know, and you want a glass of wine, that's another 16 quid. Like, it gets mad. We will go to Hawksmoor. So if you have any steak recommendations that you want to see, comment below. But I would say service, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. They were a little bit busy at the end there. I think between them all, they kind of all chop and change. It's quite informal. I like that. It's not too like, oh hello, I will be your server for today. None of that stuff. Food, I'd give it like a 7.5. No, do you know what? I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I think the added popcorn and the ice cream at the end is such a cute, lovely little thing. I would like the steak to be a better quality, but you know what? It's 15 quid, Hannah. It's 15 quid. I don't know what the margin is on food. I think it's pretty tight. So, you know, they're probably not making much money per head. I liked the little gesture of the little kind of charm that you then take to the ice cream machine. I think it's lovely. It makes you feel a little bit like a kid. You're like queuing up for the ice cream at the end. Obviously, you can't even order a dessert. There is no dessert options or puddings. There's no starter options. It literally is sides and a main steak. What else am I ranking on? Atmosphere. I think that's probably one of these places is a bit hit and miss. There was a screaming kid. Kids can be kids, but the mum was sat there with headphones on scrolling her phone. So one of those. There's poor people next to them. I think we're getting a bit annoyed, but what can you do? But atmosphere is very, very clean. I love the bar seating. I think I definitely am getting more into kind of sitting in the bar and like enjoying the atmosphere, even if I'm on my own or if I'm with one friend or something like that. Atmosphere, yeah, like a solid 9 out of 10. Fun seeing like the popcorn machine go off. Yeah, I think I'll rate it on those things, but overall, I'm going to give that a solid 8.5 out of 10. I think the only improvement would be the steak quality, but you know what? That is what it is. It's nothing fancy. It's still, you know, it's best part of almost 30 quid. Yeah, 8.5, maybe even 9 to be fair. I would recommend it. Obviously, I didn't have to queue, which is a big win. No one wants to queue. Guys, would I like to go on a second date with Flatiron? I think I will. Definitely will. Definitely will. I will probably go a bit fancy and go for the Wagyu, or just go for the normal. I think it's a good place to go on your own. It's a good place to go with friends as a little treat, and it's nice to go out and have a steak without it costing an absolute fortune and without some pretentious white tablecloth. You know me, I love a like pretentious white tablecloth once in a while, but sometimes you just want some good food. So yeah, very pleased with that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you see Flatiron, and I know a lot of tourists watch these videos, I would recommend going there. It can be quite loud, probably something just for consideration. I'm gonna love and leave you, so thank you so much for watching, and where do you want to see next? We are going to ramp it up. I keep saying this, I've got a list on my phone. I counted the other day, I've got 54 restaurants. This might not be a series, this might just be the channel. I don't know, but anyway. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday, maybe 6 p.m. We are doing a hotel stay. We've got some weird hotels. We've got some posh hotels coming. I'm gonna have to get some disguises when checking in, but subscribe for all that jazz. Oh my God, there's so many dogs around here. And do give the video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. So yes, I am very full now and I'm gonna walk home. Remember, if you can't be good, be careful. Bye guys.